Have you ever heard of the island of Manhattan? Of course you have. It's where New York City is today. But did you know it wasn't too long ago that it was an uninhabited island covered in trees and rocks and dirt? Yeah, there are plenty of islands that were once home to entire civilizations, but today they're nothing but empty pieces of land with maybe a lighthouse or two. This Indonesian island was once the center of a powerful kingdom known as Srivijaya. For centuries, this seafaring empire thrived on the island, controlling important trade routes and amassing great wealth. That's Brettani. They lived there in relative peace, building their homes out of stone and farming the land until one day everything changed. The island was hit by a massive earthquake, causing widespread destruction and death. Maybe they'll just make you think about how fragile our world really is. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and we'll see you next time. But that's okay too. Just remember that even though these islands may be gone, their stories will live on forever. Those who survived the earthquake fled the island, leaving it empty and abandoned. Today, all that remains of the civilization is the ruins of their homes and a cemetery with thousands of graves. It's a sad reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of human life. Not to be confused with Great Britain or Brittany, all of which are very different places. Okay, this one might not be as historical as the others, but it's just as fascinating. The island of Atlantis was once a powerful and prosperous nation. They controlled much of the Mediterranean Sea and were known for their advanced technology and culture. But then in the Atlantic Ocean, everything changed. The island was hit by a series of natural disasters, including earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions, causing widespread destruction and death. The survivors fled the island, leaving it empty and abandoned. Today, all that remains of Atlantis is a legend that's been passed down through generations. The island of Britain was once part of the British Isles, but it broke off and sank into the ocean sometime before the 16th century. At least that's what most historians believe. Some say the island was actually swallowed up by a giant whirlpool, but we can't really know for sure. All we know is that the island was home to a group of people who lived there in relative peace until one day they were it. Today, all that remains of the island is a few scattered pieces of rock and a legend that has been passed down through generations. Their influence spread far and wide, reaching parts of Malaysia, Singapore, and southern Thailand. But then, around the 13th century, everything changed. The once great city was abandoned, and the reason why remains a mystery. Historians believe it may have had something to do with a devastating volcanic eruption, maybe a shift in monsoon patterns, perhaps even the Black Death. Whatever the cause, the once bustling city was suddenly empty. Today, the only things that remain are crumbling temple ruins overgrown by jungle vines and steeples peeking out from the thick undergrowth. Archaeologists continue to uncover new things about the island's ancient past, but for now, the reason for its abandonment remains unknown. Here are a few of them. The first island we're going to talk about is Sumatra. That's Samatra, okay. This one might not be as mysterious as the last, but it sure is interesting. Zut Island was once home to a group of people who lived in the 14th and 15th centuries. They were known as the Zot people, and they created their own unique culture and way of life. They built houses made of coral and wood, developed their own language, and had their own beliefs and customs. But then in the 16th century, everything changed. The Zot people were wiped out by an epidemic brought over by European explorers. And just like that, the island was abandoned. Today, the island is nothing but a pile of rocks and coral. There's no trace of the Zot people or their way of life. And the only thing that remains is a sad reminder of what once was. But we can move on now to another lost island, Zut Island. Now let's talk about another lost island, the island of Britannia. The next island we're going to talk about is Rothera Island. This island was once home to an ancient civilization. Finally, let's talk about the island of Atlantis. Maybe these stories will help you sleep better tonight. Maybe they won't. Who knows? Hey, thanks for watching this whole video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking this video.